The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tiger Technician Hour with your host, Basil Chapman. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Basil Chapman.
Hi folks, Basil Chapman, Tiger Technicians Hour on this second to the last day of February, 27th of February. What we're looking at here is I've got a chart of gold. It's down 6 at 1322. Got a sell mode signaled in the daily chart. Weekly chart went to a cup formation at a peak E at 1350. Well, we don't know if it's a peak until it gets to the end of the week, until Friday. So it's a leg E. MACD is strong. Stochastic weekly is at 88%. Now, I had a couple of questions. I actually had a lot of questions. Here's what I want to answer. So the most important one, I'll read it from the den, which came in just a moment ago, is let's see, Basil, is now a time when the Chapman wave peak G on S&P daily chart is calling a top as it happened? Okay, so let me show you something here. What I've been talking about, not just this week, but actually for quite a while, even when we went short, there was just a brief pullback. So I wanted to explain this in visual terms. Look, when the Dow, in the Chapman wave, you get to D, E, or F, even a G, you start to say, uh-oh, anything can happen at this particular time. It's at D that you really want to get the most information. In the 2-minute chart of the even money, we went to a peak D, and then went to, within 2 bars, went higher. That's an E. It held the support of D. So that was Chapman wave instant restart. But then there was a peak F with a little doji candle, and it looked as if with the MACD still strong, but it looked as if it could turn down, and it looked like the stochastic was weaker. And I thought to myself, okay, let's watch this as a demonstration. Actually, we did it as I did it as a trade. Had a short, and then the moment it hit the 9-period moving average and went under, it went straight under. That's the green line. It went under the 14-period exponential moving average, the black line. What did it hit? Exactly on the 200-period moving average. And I said, uh-oh. This is one of those. This is exactly what we're looking at in the Dow and the S&P and the QQQ and the IWM, because the MACD then deflected up. Now it's a little different. We'll talk about that as we move on. Right now, maybe this is another time where you can see some kind of a pullback at a peak E. Now, that's alternate count peak E. Now, let me do this. You see the way the MACD did not cross negative? Let me show you what I'm looking at here. So the question is, in the Dow, let me just do this. The Dow now is, I can't even read it. It's a little too red. Not used to red, right? The Dow is down 90. Oh, man, that is so hard to read. I'll have to change the colors. Let me just, that's a pity. I was all ready to use this. Let's just do it this way, and I'll get it done, then we can go to the technicals. I'm going to that, yes. INDU. The Dow is down 90. At 25,969, moving to the right, as I said in my update, these 3 little doji candles, well, the day's not even done, so I can't talk about it. There were 2 doji candles and one that opened and kind of closed at this particular moment of the day with a little plus sign that looks like a doji candle until it breaks this uptrend line and closes decisively underneath the black line right there, the 25.7, right there. 25,708, we've got to consider that there's enough strength as the MACD is still holding positive. It's so close to turning down, but it hasn't yet. I've got from my subscribers some opening call. We have a plan. I didn't want to short the Dow at the opening today, even though everything said that we could be pulling back. I also didn't want to short on a really sharp pullback and then get to the low of the day and then have those usual things that happen where buying suddenly comes in out of the blue. Well, that's exactly what we saw today. Buying came in. So I said at a specific time, if the Dow is, we want to start a short position. All right? That's one. Then we had one particular instrument that we shorted. If you were able to get it just before the close, before the open this morning, you got it exactly the price we wanted. It should have been a done deal, and now we'll just use that as a trade. So here we go. The Dow is down 86. The S&P Same thing, SPX. Look at I'm only doing this because I want to show you the MACD. The MACD, maybe I'll do this just so you can all see what we're looking at, apples to apples and nice and big. See that MACD? Finally about to cross negative. It's at 0 right now. It is so close to turning down. The RSI is turning down. The relative strength is still pretty good, but is turning down. On balance volumes turned down from a high, and the stochastics at 88%. The QQQ, 1, 2, 3. QQQ at this particular point, MACD is just about to dip 0.01. It's just turned down, crossed negative for the very first time since it broke out back on the roundabout the 3rd of January. IWM. So this is the first time that we're already getting, now I can answer the questions that I got in a much more cohesive way and say that the IWM is still holding best of all, but it's got a very sharp turnaround, but it hasn't crossed negative yet in the MACD. Stochastics at 87% turning down. This could be a very important moment. I've given the numbers on the downside. If they break, that's what you want to look at. I just want to look at this again to show you. Here it is. And I'm just going to do this. Don't usually do that in the middle of the day. I just want to see. There we go. Okay. Oops. No, it didn't do that. Yeah. What's going on here? All right, I got stuck. I thought I'd do something there. I did. I don't know what's going on. All I know is that, yeah, there it is. Okay. So now what we're looking at is, see the MACD, it did turn down finally. See the stochastic, it's still above the 9-period moving average. It's still above the 14-period moving average. Stochastics at 81%, so close. This is the 2-minute chart. I'm just trying to do this live. I want you to see it so that you can experience it in real time. At any point, we can have a pop-up. That's just the way it is. Now, what we're looking at is in the IWM, that'll be very important. So we're done with those key indices and saying we are really close to some kind of a pullback, but it is going to be the speed with which we have it's the speed with which we have a turn down in the, where is it? Yeah, the MACD, the fast moving average, the green line crosses the red line. That's going to be very important. It's that speed that is going to be the speed and the width. In other words, I want to see a big opening so that it gives you a very wide angle of descent. Okay, let's get out of that again. And so I want you to explain that in the S&P, I'll answer the question as specifically as I can. So far, the price has moved down a little bit. It hasn't done very much, number one. Number two is, in the interim period, since the S&P has gone from the 2707 area, and let's call it 2710, it's shot up all the way to 2813, while the MACD has started its descent. And that says it's a warning. And the stochastic is now lower than it was before, but it still hasn't broken down. It's at 88% and it's still showing some strength. All right, we'll come back. We'll do some gold. We'll do some euro, do some dollar. We'll do some silver. We'll do some platinum. We'll do some TLT. Very important. I'll be right back. Basil Chapman, Tiger Technicians Hour. How's that, ladies?
The TAS Profile Scanner is the most revolutionary piece of trading software that you will ever try. Wouldn't you like to approach the markets with confidence? As you begin your trading day, it's likely that you'll be faced with lots of decisions. In order to make the best decision, the first thing you'll need is a strategy that will help you minimize your risks. Whether we're in a bull or bear market, a good strategy is to have the tools needed to help you scan and analyze the markets before you trade. The TAS Profile Scanner instantly scans and filters over 2,500 global financial markets, such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, president of TAS Market Profile, the TAS Profile Scanner understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications, automated trading algorithms, and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. Whether you're looking at the trade matrix, the ETF heat grid, the market breadth, the landscape charts, or the many other features of the TAS Profile Scanner, this is a piece of software that will revolutionize how you look at the markets and set up your trades. The team at TAS has even put together a 12-part video series to walk you through every aspect of the TAS Profile Scanner, which you can find directly on the TAS order page at TFNN.com. Sign up now for only $97 a month with a risk-free 30-day trial, so you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. See for yourself how you can harness the full power of the TAS Profile Scanner by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services section. Remember, with a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to lose. Don't let another day pass you by without trying out this amazing piece of software that will revolutionize how you look at the market and how you place trades. Sign up today.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
So we were looking at this, and I said this is the opportunity that it could pull back. But in fact, what happened is it walked the 9-period exponential moving average. And right now, at a potential peak F, this is where the MACD's crossed negative and much deeper than it had before, still part of the 2-minute chart. So we don't know what will happen, but the stochastics now at 80%. So this is where we start to look for some kind of a pullback. Now let's go back to see what's happening in real time. And in real time, what we're looking at is that the S&P is walking the 9-period exponential moving average in the daily. So you can see that for me, it is the manner in which the MACD, fast moving average, the green line, is holding up the price. Well, yes, you can anticipate, based on the Chapman wave methodology, you can anticipate some kind of a pullback, and most of those pullbacks have been pullbacks, but they haven't been more than 1 or 2 days. And now we're starting to see something that says the technicals are just starting to weaken, but they're still, the stochastic still at 88%. It's not at under 80%. That's still very good. All right, now let's go to the gold. Gold right now, sharply down 6. I shouldn't say sharply. It's just a big red candle at 1322, but it is underneath the key support of 1326. And what's really important about 1325, and what we're looking at right now is that the MACD turned down, stochastics only at 53%, and that pullback that I said into this particular area here that could become the 1310s, maybe even the 1288 area. That's kind of what we're looking at. I don't know if it's going to go there, but that would be the first support that I'd be looking at right now is the top of this candle right here at 1321. We're almost there. And then the next one would be right in the body of the candle, which would be 1318. So those are the levels we're looking at in gold. Silver has a very much the same pattern. It made a peak G. That was like a rogue wave to the upside, going to the high of 1629.3, almost 1630. Now it's at 15.770 and 15.666 is the 200-period exponential moving average, and just under that's the 50-period moving average, which it hasn't hit for a very long time. And that's a peak D potential in the weekly chart. That's the reason why I'm looking at gold and silver and saying, I think they're going to have the continuation of a pullback, consolidation. And that's the reason why I look at the EUR USD. With the British pound skyrocketing, it's down. It's down 1.136. It's just stuck in this range. British pound, I think it's B, British pound. British pound. Let me just go BP at BP, and that is up today. It's in leg E/B at 1.3325, and it is above the previous high. Leg B in the weekly chart. This is a spectacular move for the British pound. It goes from a low. I didn't type the low in. It was 1.2512. Let me put that in. 1.2512. I remember that. Very good. And now it's at 1.34. Hey, this is very good. Getting a little toppy. So we're going to be watching this. Has very strong resistance in this trend line that I drew. Oh, this is the fan work that I do. Chapman wave fan. It's this falling axe. When it expands, it can go to a higher level. And that says right in the 1.348 to 1.3510 area. Should be 1.35. These are numbers are very 1.3410 to 1.3422. Somewhere around there will be very strong resistance, I think. Now, this is a surprise. The dollar is just hanging in. It's not breaking down. It's not doing anything. It's up a little bit. It's up 0.08. What's really important is that I'm looking at this and I'm thinking the MACD is pulled back quite sharply. It's expanded quite wide. That's the histogram, the distance between the two moving averages. The stochastic has plummeted all the way to 31%. I think it's getting near some kind of support level. That's number one. And number two is the weekly chart is still chop in the middle of the trading band. That monthly chart still looks very good on the dollar. That's my impression so far. Now, I wanted to show you something. USD JPY, for those of you who do currencies, USD JPY right now is holding very steady, walking the 14-period moving average, but not really going anywhere. So now I wanted to show you something interesting. W. At W is wheat. That's wheat. Continuous contract, the old midnight contract. Talking about last night. Anybody get a scare when the futures just shut down like that? That wasn't a very good experience. Okay, 467.25, made a low of 463. That was yesterday. I'm watching this closely because wheat is had a nice early pop up. Now it's given back some. Corn has gone to a lower low. It's gone to 373. So I'm looking at this and I'm saying, well, I think you've got about another 3 days to go. If you don't, that means wheat and corn, if you don't turn around decisively, and by that I really mean 380 is about the level I'd like to see in corn. This is a continuous contract. Wheat, it's really attempting to make a turnaround here at 467.5. I want to see 480, 481. If it can do that by Monday, give it a good 4 sessions or so, I would say that it's made a turn that is the start of a multi-year decline to try to form a base. I don't know if it's going to be able to do that. That monthly candle is really ugly with a day to go. And the weekly, 3, 4 big red candles in the weekly contract. It could even have a propeller shaft to the downside, which would target the 390s. I don't know, something like that. I don't want to even think of that. My impression right now is that this whole area is starting to try to form a base. Whether it's a tradable base or just a bounce base, it'll be the first time in a while that it's been able to do that. I mention that because for us, for my subscribers, we have started a position in an ETF. It's actually a fund that has these soft commodities, the different commodities that it's not the gold, it's not, it's agriculture more than, it's not commodities. So I'm looking at this and I'm saying, is there going to be a rotation if this market does start to pull back into areas that have been very weak? We'll see. All right, meantime, back at the ranch, I think I've covered a chunk of what I wanted to do. Had a couple of questions. Yep, the question, I thank you for that email with the Mount Washington. I agree with you that when there's a wind, a gust of wind that is so unexpected and it is so cold and so freezing, it is so abnormal that it just knocks everything off the charts. And if that's what you're looking at in the QQQs, I still don't see it. I see a potential for a pullback. I see a potential for a pullback from 173. I could even see a test of the oval pattern in the 163 area, 10 points, could even go a little bit below that. But to me, that from the way the markets have been acting since the December low, I don't see this crashing from here. Not when you've had, I can see a 50% pullback of the stocks that have run up 50% or more from their lows. But I just don't see it. But keep me informed. That's fine. I'll be right back. Basil Chapman, Tiger Technicians out. Dow's down 77. S&P's down 4.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com. The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN and you'll find the Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Hi, folks, we're back. So I had a couple of questions here. One is very interesting. 27 in the den says, hi, Basil, what would you want to see before considering a short in Tesla? If you have time, thanks. I have time. I'm going to do that. Why? Because it brings me to Herbalife. You remember Herbalife? There was a whole thing with Ackerman and, what's his name? Go with a K, with a C, Khan, with a, I knew it was with a C, Khan with a K. And I think all I'm looking at in my Google is November the 1st, 2017, after nearly 5 years of punishing paper losses and mockery on Wall Street, Bill Ackman has finally given up his $1 billion short bet against Herbalife. But Ackman also admitted Wednesday that the big bold short bet his hedge fund Pershing Capital made against Herbalife. I don't know. It goes on. So that's the end of 2017. But can you see on this chart anything that said Herbalife is going to zero? Look, 200-period moving average, it hits exactly January of 2015. It runs up, goes to a peak F in the monthly, pulls back. HLF is the symbol. And what does it do? It screams to the upside, and all that talk about it going to zero because it's a scam. Just 3 weeks ago, it made an all-time high at 61, was it? 61.77 on the 5th of February. All right, leg F in the monthly chart. Could have recycled. I'm calling it F for now, and a peak D in the weekly chart. So now I go to Tesla. And what I've said for ages and ages, I've said that if one had to actually, Carl Icahn, thank you. If one had to actually think of, I knew it was with a C. I knew it was with a K. It's not. It's with an I. Icahn. So Tesla trading at 311 up 13 today. What I'd said ages and ages ago, I even said it, some of you will remember when it made that leg D back in September of 2017. I said straight after that, I said, you know what? I'm pretty sure that this thing's making a hat trick top. Well, it went from 289.61 down to 240, and then it ran back to 387.46, like an eye blink away from the all-time high, and then it pulled back. All right. I've drawn an oval pattern just because that's the pattern, but this is also sometimes an arch formation because there is no neck. All right, let's do one thing at a time. So here's the answer, 27. I had said that I believe that if you had to actually put in the cost of what each Tesla automobile costs to make based on credit, based on manufacturing, based on costs, based on expenses, based on advertising, which is not all that much, but based on all the other things, it probably costs them $150,000 or more for each Tesla that they sell. That's kind of what I looked at as my bookkeeping reality. That wasn't the point at all. When you get something that is sexy enough for people to say, I don't care, damn it, I want it, I've earned it, I'm going to get it, there's nothing you can do when it becomes a fad. Now, one of the things is that there has been a lot of negative discussion about Tesla, especially from Consumer Report lately. That doesn't seem to faze anyone. Now, I have a friend who has a Tesla, and we often go in it, and I love the drive and everything. I can't stand the suspension because it's got the run flat tires, and the roads here in Boston, I don't have to tell you, it's so bumpy. It is not a luxury drive at all. It should do exactly what it's doing, but you shouldn't. You should be gliding over the road. That's just my opinion. It's not the reality. People are prepared to accept that. I would not accept that for that kind of expense. It's a really nice, it is just fun. And this person loves electronic. It's his field. So he just has a ball. He presses the dim and he presses he loves buttons, but now there are no buttons, and he loves electronics. That's just not quite for me. But yes, it's a fantastic car. And it was such a breakthrough technology and did everything. But you're dealing with a person here that is a rogue wave. He has genius, and at the same time, he has hubris, and at the same time, he has irresponsibility. A guy that can go on have a video of him high and drinking. What on earth, think of any company in the United States where the board of directors would see that, and you tell me, would they be there the very next day, at least in that position? No, but he is Tesla. So I'm just going to say to you, if you want a short with no risk, then the only way to do it is to wait for each very sharp rally. The next one would be at about 365. It's a 311 right now. And use a trend line And at that trend line, you could have a 5-point stop, and that's your short, and just treat it as a short-term short. And at any point, you could have a Twitter that comes out, and your stock could be up 60 points. I think that's all done for now. I don't think they're going to allow him to do that. So my impression is that this is becoming more and more a potential short. I just think people are not going to wait 3 months for different parts to come. That's what I'm hearing. It takes a long time to get the parts. So I'm just going to say to you, I think there are better places to short, but I don't think that it's not an impossibility. And I do believe at some point you'll be looking at tests at 188. I know that's very controversial to say, but it is just their competition is just coming on quicker and quicker and quicker and quicker. Oh, there you are. And Polo in the Den says, must buy another share of Tesla with Bitcoin. Oh, yeah, with Bitcoin, and then write your password on a piece of paper and carry it in the wind, very lightly with your fingertips. And then let's see what happens. Okay, yeah, I think Tesla's a fantastic product. I just, all right, that's enough. All right, so I'm just going to say 27. I just think the risk reward, on the upside, I'd be considering it as a short. And on the downside, I'd be considering in the 280 level, I'd say be careful. That's where you could have a bounce. Even today, it's having a bounce. So just be careful. It is really tough. My gut feeling says this thing is going to come down sharply. And all those people that show, even what's his name? What is his name? Just the most fantastic short play seller. He's been in the business for 40 years or something, shorting. Kelly says, well, hi, Basil. Oh, great interview on Financial Sense News Hour with Jim Pablava. Bravo. Thank you, Kelly. I appreciate that. Yeah, I had an interview Saturday morning. It must be there on the file. I enjoyed the interview. He always asks very good questions out of the blue that I don't always prepare for, but they're there. So thank you. So yeah, I'm just saying Tesla, I think, has a lot going for it, but it also has a lot going against it. And I think the headwinds are actually starting to increase rather than decrease. I just think as a short, it's so dead. You know what I would suggest? Play it with an option. Get an April, May, get a May option. Get a May 280 option, a put. And yeah, Chanos, thank you very much. That's the name I was thinking of. Jim Chanos. I mean, one of the brilliant short sellers of all time. And yet it's tough. And he's short, I think, still. All right, enough with that. And next, sorry, so I didn't really answer your question directly, but indirectly I said, wait for big rallies, then short, wait for big sharp declines, and in this whole 288 to 280 area, that's where you probably could see a bounce. All right, got those out the way and got a bunch of questions coming in. Boeing, all of a sudden I got like 4 questions about Boeing. Boeing B8 trading is at all-time high. Yep, all-time high, recycled, ABCD. I'll be right back. Dow is down 81. I'll be right back.
If you're in the CD market and looking for a secure investment, the Tiger First Mortgage Program may work for you. The security for these first mortgages are building lots in the Tax Opportunity Zone in St. Petersburg, Florida. The Tax Act of 2018 set up tax-free zones across the country where you can build and hold for 10 years and pay no tax on the profits, which makes these lots valuable. The investment is anywhere from $30,000 to $75,000. The interest paid is 7% yearly, paid on a monthly basis. According to Bankrate.com, the best rate for a 4-year CD in the country as of February 20th is 3.1%. A $50,000 investment at a normal 4-year CD rate of 3.1% would give you income of $1,550 per year or $6,200 over the 4-year period. That same $50,000 investment in the Tiger First Mortgage Program would give you $3,500 per year or $14,000 over the 4 years. Which would you prefer, $6,200 or $14,000 of interest on your investment? If you would like more information about the Tiger First Mortgage Program, you can call me at 877-518-9190. That's 877-518-9190.
No matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters. Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
So let me just do this for a second. I'm going to go back to Boeing, but I want you to just do this live. I said every day I'll try my best to make these lessons so that it's a cumulative experience, so you understand what I'm talking about. Because some people say, wow, we've listened to you and we kind of follow it as you're going along, but as soon as you leave the subject, it kind of blanks out. If I repeat it over and over, you're going to get used to it. So in my all-day webinar, I'm thinking, I had so many questions and maybe I should do another all-day webinar one of these days. Well, we spend so much time talking about different things that can really help you. I use the 9-period exponential moving average. I love it. I've used it for years. Look how the price in this 2-minute chart, look how it's held the green line, the body of the candles. I call it walking the 9 EMA. Look at the 14 EMA, how much information it can give you. Look, the MACD turned down. Not seriously, but it turned down. The stochastic's now under 80%, it's at 70%. But the price kept going higher. That's a divergence that can kill you if you're looking at the wrong things. And why did it keep going higher? Why? Because the look-back period said, we are not prepared to give you any weakness. We're only giving you strength. And as long as there's that strength and you don't fall below that strength, in other words, under 27, let's call it 27.88, you start to trade under 27.88 in the E-mini, that's a problem. And this is 2-minute charts. This is not the monthly, this is a 2-minute chart. I'm just using it as an example. Keep your eye on this. When we get back in 15 minutes, just before I wrap up the show, let's see where this is, because it's getting a little toppy, and that's the way you have to look at it. Time sequences. All right, and that goes back to Z's question in the den, the very first question that I did on the S&P Daily. Until you start to get a breakdown, and if it's just a smooth breakdown, and the price is still holding above the 9-period moving average, nothing's going to happen. Back to Boeing. The MACD has turned down fractionally, but very slight. It's flat. A flat MACD maintains, this is the rule of the Chapman wave methodology, a flat MACD will maintain the last major signal. In this case, it's up for Boeing. So it's E, it's made an F with no sharp pullback. So this becomes a G, and I'm going to give it a G/C to say you could have got an instant, you got an instant restart right here after the gap up. Can you believe it gaps up into the 380 area? And now it's at 432, 50 points higher, and it still hasn't even tested the 9-period exponential moving average. So a lot of questions are coming in here. When would it be a good time to short Boeing, or what's Boeing doing? Or Boeing's at an all-time high. What is that telling us? What it's telling me is that the cyclical, and Boeing is part of the Dow, this was helping the Dow, that Boeing is saying, with the backlog that they have, there's a fundamental aspect to this that is just really powerful. That's number one. But number two is that on a price basis, the high that on the The week of the 5th of October of 2018, it made a peak DI at 394.28 and a round number 375, that round number low. And I said, be careful. Boeing could be pulling back. Remember, that's what I was saying, talking about Boeing. All right. So Boeing pulls back, and what does it do? It goes down to a low of 292.47, and that was December the 26th with almost all the other stocks and indexes. At 292.47, it starts to move up. And look, the green line in the daily, the green line in the daily, the 9-period moving average, the price hasn't broken below it yet. So all I'm going to say is, I'm going to call this a G/C. I thought I typed it in. Well, no, I typed it in. I was probably typed it into the wrong place. A G/C. And the moment you start to see 3 out of 5 sessions over the next 3 weeks, I'm giving it all the way for 3 weeks, where Boeing starts to trade underneath. First, it has to trade under 421, which is the 9-period moving average. It needs to close under that. That's just one. But then it needs to close under 415, the 14-period moving average. And then within, I'd say 3 out of 5 sessions, it needs to close underneath the green line, the 421, but 415, preferably at least one big close under 415. Then you've set yourself up for a leg B that's going to probably go to a peak B and a pullback. So here's the question. Where's a good time to short Boeing? October the 6th of 2018 was a great time to short it. When's the next time? So that's October. So that's all of October, November, December, January, February. We're in March. We're just about to wrap up March. 6 months. And you're now at 432.69 as we speak, all-time high. So I'm going to say to you, if you want to short, I would say you could wait for a pullback. But if you really want to short, it's at 432. Use an option, and it has to be further out. You have to be looking at not March. You have to look at April. I wouldn't go further out than April because it's either going to work or it's not. But you want a little time. You don't want it to be on the 3rd Friday of March, and then all of a sudden on the Monday afterwards, that's when it really tanks. You want to give yourself a little room if you're playing something as big as a Boeing. So we're looking at March. We're looking at April, April the 20th. And I would go for in the money. No, I'm sorry. I would go out the money 420, and out the money 420. I wouldn't get carried away. You could lose. Maybe it's at so it's already 8 out 20, so it's already 13 points. So it's probably going to be about 18 to 22 right now. I could do it at this moment, but I don't want to. I would just treat it, if you're prepared to put up money at $432 times whatever it is you're buying to short, I would much rather you just take an option, use the option, use it as a good feeler, because the option's going to tell you when you can actually start the short position. But that's the only way I would start it. In fact, you know what? Let's wait until Technical Friday, and we'll do a lot more work on Boeing. I think we have to wait till Friday to get some sense of if Boeing's going to tuck in underneath the candle of yesterday's low, 420, 425. That'll be a tip-off to me to say, oh, okay, maybe now it gets choppy. Still not a sell signal. I haven't even got a signal yet to say that it has to go down. So, 120-minute chart, 120-minute chart. Yeah, let's do this. Let's go to the Chapman wave. I think it's broken out, so there's nothing in the Boeing 432.81 up 6. 440.90 is the weekly chart resistance, and 430.88 to 434 on the 10-minute, on the daily, and the very short term at 434. We're getting real close to the 434 area, where I've got a number of 431 to 434. That's the area where I think that it could start to turn around. All right. So TEL, just a real quick question about TEL as someone has to leave. TELL, yeah, I thought I did that yesterday. Didn't I? TLL trading at, darn, where did I put it? Got a break coming up. You can never rush in this game because you're liable to make a mistake. TELL trading at 10.41. Yep, it made that spike. It's in that leg D, still holding very well. I still think it's in the rectangle. Probably 950s is a good support for it. Hey, good eye. Thank you for calling. Let's see. I'll be right back. Dow's down 60.
We both know you've got what it takes to crush your goals with the will to make it happen. So why haven't you accomplished it yet? For most, the answer is fear. Fear is that limiting factor that stops us from getting what we truly want, but it doesn't have to. That's why on Wednesday, February 27th from 5 to 6 p.m., I'll be hosting my 1-hour workshop, Overcoming Fear in 5 Easy Steps. Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, the 2018 Market Timer of the Year, author of Mastering Probability, and an expert in human emotion. Subscribers to Mastering Probability gain free access to this extraordinary workshop where I'll coach you how to bust through your barriers of fear. How you respond to fear is what sets you apart from the rest of the crowd. Look, this could be the most valuable hour we ever spend together. So come to the homepage of TFNN.com and begin your 30-day risk-free trial of Mastering Probability and take the next step towards the life you deserve.
If you haven't checked out the newsletters page of TFNN.com, what are you waiting for? All of the TFNN newsletters are informative, up-to-date, affordable, and a must-have for every trader looking to gain a competitive informational edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets to offer you the very latest in market news. Plus, new subscribers get to test drive our newsletters risk-free for 30 days. From all aspects of the markets, including stocks, bonds, metals, commodities, and tech, there's a newsletter to fit your needs exclusively from TFNN. Stay informed each day you trade and get that competitive edge that will help you stay ahead of the game. Visit our newsletters page by going to TFNN.com and click the newsletters button near the top of the page. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Nico DeHaan and Paige Clark have launched a special for a limited time only. Save 25% off Primal Edge and Health Signals. Just use promo code HEALTH for Health Signals or use promo code PRIMAL for Primal Edge and save 25% off instantly when you sign up. All the details are available on each order page at TFNN. Certified personal trainer Nico DeHaan's newsletter Health Signals comes out twice a month and is packed with great information on health, fitness, and diet. Primal Edge is specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox, and contains a special blend of ionic soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form. This sale won't last long. Sign up now using promo code HEALTH for Health Signals or Primal for Primal Edge and save 25%. For all the details, visit the front page of TFNN.com right now.
Hi, folks. This is Steve Rhodes. Stay tuned for another great hour of the Trader's Edge, heard here at TFNN.com.
So just as we're going out here, there's your peak E, finally down underneath the 14-period moving average on the 2-minute chart. MACD catching up with the MACD, which was weak. Stochastics now at 59%. So this is the pullback, that lunchtime-ish pullback. Well, 1 o'clock lunchtime, maybe in Chicago. Okay, so we're going to be watching that. In the meantime, back at the ranch, let's just go through this again. So the Boeing chart, 3 things. Let me just do the GWPH. As I was finishing the program last night, I said the earnings are coming out. It's held very well right now. The all-time high was 179.65 back in September, plunges to 90, gets cut in half, and now where is it? It is within 2 cents. 179.62 is the high of the day. 179.65 was the high in September. Can you believe 6 months? Here we are back again at the highs. Who would have thunk that it was even, but look at that beautiful doji candle right there. So this is good, and that's one of the reasons why we did get into our MJ, which is the medical marijuana sector, very nicely, and it's held very, very well. Just because some people wanted the broader sector, individual stocks, we're looking at those separately. So this is a V-shaped pattern. What does it do after that? That's going to be the question. Boeing, here we go. Boeing Boeing, right now, I don't have a signal for Boeing, but I am looking at the chance that within 3 to 5 sessions, you could see Boeing at 423 to 421. That's the way it's looking. I don't know yet, because if it goes much higher, I might have to raise that. But that 9-period exponential moving average, I believe it will be touched within a week from today. And then we're going to see what happens market-wise, etc. Very important couple of days coming up. I'd say going into the 1st of March, this coming week, this is exactly what we've been waiting for, to see what's holding, what's rising, what's leading, what's failing, what's not working. So the question I had is, doesn't come across clear on the radio show. Am I a bull, intermediate term bull or bear? What I am going to say is that this is the period where I'm expecting, and I've said that many times, to have a consolidation, at least of time, but probably some time and price. I'm expecting it to come in really soon. And that's going to be the trick. What happens on that consolidation? How do we hold? And what can lead us up? Can WPH start another move up? I don't think so. Can Boeing? No. I think they have to rotate down as others come up. I'll be back tomorrow. Have a great day. And stay tuned for Steve Rhodes and his...
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up to the active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.